Good evening, I'm Keisha Butts with the CTV News Update. A warning tonight from AAA. Summertime on the roadways is a dangerous time for teenagers. The Auto Club says the period from Memorial Day to Labor Day is known as the 100 deadliest days on the roadways. AAA is telling parents that teen fatal crashes spike during this period. John Townsend from AAA Mid-Atlantic says unsupervised young drivers have contributed to the increase in summer fatal crashes.
But the best thing to do is to have a contract with them and say, these are the rules and regulations and stipulations for your driving privilege. Remember that driving in your family, as driving is in a state or a city, is a privilege. And you have to do certain things to maintain that privilege. And if you find that your kid has gotten a speed camera ticket or a red light camera ticket, then that becomes ground rules for saying we're going to not let you drive for a while.
The Auto Club offers a free guide to help parents teach their teens how to drive safely. For more information, visit AAA.com. It's been about 2 months since students have returned to school in Prince George's County. Here at Glendale Elementary, out of more than 500 kids, about 200 youngsters have returned. Almost all teachers have come back as well. Principal Heather Porterfield says she was elated to have children back in the school. Porterfield says the only problems experienced so far have been tech issues since so many kids are online at the same time.
We've been able to work through those, challenges, and then, continuing to encourage the students who are online to interact with the students who are actually in the classroom. And they've done, a superb job now that, more than 50% of our classrooms have interactive boards. So the teachers have been able to put the virtual kids up on the screen, and then now they can see each other.
School ends this month. A Maryland grassroots organization is condemning Governor Larry Hogan's decision to stop accepting federal pandemic benefits. The Unemployed Workers Union is staging a rally tonight, along with a legal clinic to help people who have still not received any unemployment benefits. Organizers have joined a chorus of individuals critical of Hogan's move, which puts Maryland in line with 24 other GOP-led states. The governor says he made the decision to stop federal benefits early because they aren't necessary.
It's a false argument, this whole question of people don't want to work, because we're hearing from a lot of people who are trying to get jobs desperately, but they're in their 40s, their 50s, their 60s, and they need to find work, but they can't find work. So, what we've been saying to government is this is like, how can people in 1 month scramble with no notice to be able to readjust their entire lives if they're depending on these meager benefits, which aren't that large?
The rally is tonight from 7 to 8 o'clock at 2011 North Charles Street in Baltimore. To join via Zoom, text your email address to 410-218-4835. Meantime, some unions are not happy with Hogan's recent decision on jobless benefits. One of those groups is Unite Here Local 25. The union represents more than 7,200 hospitality workers in Maryland, Virginia, and the district. The group says Hogan's action is, quote, completely out of touch with our industry trends. Union officials say 85% of their members are still out of work. Meantime, here are the latest COVID-19 numbers for Maryland. There are 134 new confirmed cases in Maryland since yesterday. 22 of those are in Prince George's County. The state's positivity rate has fallen slightly to 1.39%. 4 people have died from the disease. That's down from 6 yesterday. Meantime, Governor Larry Hogan has announced that the state's mass vaccination sites are being phased out. For the Six Flags site in Upper Marlboro, the last day to get the first dose is June 26th. The first day of second doses only is June 29th. The final day of state operations at Six Flags is July 17th. The county's new state-of-the-art hospital that will replace the current one in Cheverly will officially open its doors for patients on Saturday, June 12th. But today, media got a behind-the-scenes tour of the new University of Maryland Prince George's Hospital Center in Largo. The new facility will house the state's second busiest trauma center and a highly regarded cardiac surgery program. It will also host a range of specialties and programs including acute rehabilitation and orthopedics. You're watching CTV News. I'm Keisha Butts. We'll be back in a moment.
COVID-19 is a severe lung infection. Trust the American Lung Association for science-based public health information, especially for the 36 million Americans who live with lung disease. We have launched the COVID-19 Action Initiative to end COVID-19 and address future respiratory virus pandemics. Access our free lung health resources and see how you can support our...
Welcome back. It was just over 3 years ago when former President Trump balked at an immigration deal that included protections for Haitians and some nations in Africa. He allegedly made some racially disparaging remarks that outraged many across the world. Haiti and other countries have been fighting ever since for renewed recognition. Last week, President Biden granted Haitians an extension of the TPS program that allows for temporary protected status. The decision affects more than 100,000 Haitians living in the U.S.
This is absolutely wonderful news. It means a tremendous amount to Haiti. As you may know, Haiti is going through a very, very difficult time in terms of political instability, social unrest. The insecurity in Haiti is very, very high, and all of that has been exacerbated by the coronavirus, which has been very alarmingly high recently, as recorded by the World Health Organization. So providing that TPS protection to Haitians will make a significant difference in the lives of not just Haiti, but quite frankly, it's in the best interest of the U.S. as a very, very close neighbor to Haiti.
Meantime, immigrant rights organizations are calling on the administration to grant a TPS extension for other Central American immigrants, including nationals from El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala. The race is on to fill a seat that's term limited and held by the only woman on the Montgomery County Council. The District 4 seat, which encompasses Wheaton and runs north to the Howard County line, is being vacated by Nancy Navarro. Navarro is a 3-term council member and the first Latina elected to the council. Former Maryland delegate Maurice Morales announced she will seek Navarro's seat and build upon her legacy.
The female perspective is 100% really important as we make policy, and so having one Latina on the council is a huge disservice to the whole county and and Maryland at large. Issues like early child education and early care. Overwhelmingly, we know that it's women that take that caregiver role, and we need to make sure that the county gives our mothers and single mothers the support that they need.
Reason why it's important to elect a Latina to this particular position.
And we know that specifically in District 4, we have a vibrant community, we have a growing Latino community, and understanding the cultural sensitivities and just the cultural differences of our communities is imperative.
Morales turns 34 next week and is an attorney with a solo practice in Rockville, focusing on immigration, criminal defense, and personal injury law. Last month, Natalie Fanny Gonzalez announced her plans to run for the same seat. Fanny Gonzalez is the vice chair of the Montgomery County Planning Board. Police have released the identity of the driver of a gray Maserati who is wanted in connection with a road rage shooting incident in Northeast D.C. last month. This is the suspect, 42-year-old Kenneth Davis of Lanham. The incident happened May 19th at about 5 p.m. on the 1600 block of Eastern Avenue in Deanwood neighborhood. Investigators say another driver attempted to change lanes in front of the Maserati when Davis allegedly got out of his car and opened fire. The female driver was shot and wounded. A child was injured by shrapnel. Police located the Maserati in Hyattsville. Anyone with information about Davis's whereabouts is asked to call police. There is a $10,000 reward being offered for his arrest and conviction. Prince George's police released the name of the man who was fatally shot in Louisdale earlier this week. The victim has been identified as 43-year-old Edwin Rodriguez Melendrez. Officers were called to the 2500 block of Avalon Place late Monday night. Police found Rodriguez Melendrez outside suffering from a gunshot wound. He died later at a hospital. Anyone with information on this incident is asked to call Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS. And we'll be right back with more news. Stay with us.
Here, baby. Look. Uma.
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Welcome back. 6 Maryland companies make the Fortune 500 list for 2021. Lockheed Martin, Discovery, and Sinclair Broadcast Group made the top American business list. T. Rowe Price, McCormick, and Marriott International are also listed. Governor Larry Hogan says the announcement is proof that Maryland is home to some of the most innovative companies in the country and the world. COVID cases are going down and vaccination rates are improving, yet Maryland has to do better. This according to Governor Larry Hogan. The governor is again promoting the state's vaccine lottery program. He recently spoke with a Vax Lottery cash winner.
So what did it feel like when you found out you actually won the $40,000?
I was in shock. I was baffled. I didn't even know how to act.
So have you got some ideas about what you're going to spend some of that money on?
I'm going to pay off a few of my credit card debts. Right beside our house is a little white church, and I'm going to donate some money to the church. And then I'm going to put whatever's left in savings.
Deidre Egan from Towson won $40,000 in last week's drawing. The Vax Cash Lottery program was started to encourage Marylanders to get vaccinated. Well, Alexander Graham Bell may have invented the telephone. However, 2 Accokeek Academy students are portraying him as a villain in their Maryland History Day project. Ellis and Lillian Merrill recently won first place in the junior group documentary category at the Maryland History Day competition. In their film, the girls show that Bell almost caused what they call the destruction of sign language. The Merrills say they have learned a lot while researching this project.
The most interesting part for me was that he wrote a paper on this topic, and just the way that it was written was weird.
Yeah, for me, it was mainly just interesting for me to learn more about the time period Alexander Graham Bell was in. A school nearby is called Gallaudet University. The founder, Edward Minor Gallaudet, was at the same time as Alexander Graham Bell, and they actually had a lot of heated debates over this topic.
The Merrills are sisters and will participate in the National History Day competition this month. Motorists will see traffic pattern changes on the Capitol Beltway due to new bridge work. Maryland highway crews are resurfacing the bridges along I-495 over Suitland Road. There will be single lane closures during the week from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. and multiple lane closures Sunday through Thursday from 7 p.m. until 6 a.m. The road work is scheduled for completion this summer. Let's get a quick check on our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms likely with a low around 68. Friday, mostly cloudy with a chance of more rain. Daytime highs near 81 and a low around 63. Saturday, sunny with a high near 88 and a low around 67. Sunday, sunny with a high near 91 and a low around 69. And now for the community calendar, bring your little ones out to enjoy family fun at Watkins Regional Park. It's Wonderful Wednesday month at the park. You're invited to enjoy outdoor roller skating, miniature golf, and more. Kids can also enjoy unlimited play from 5 until 7 p.m. Visit pgparks.com for more information. And that wraps up our CTV News Update. I'm Keisha Butts. Have a good night.